Then there's another thing that a lot of teenagers are not aware of as well. Because I notice all these things are also probably not taught in school. We teach them probably a bit about sexually transmitted diseases, but we do not teach them a lot about sexually transmitted diseases that is specifically for teenagers and where teenagers need to know. A lot of teenagers, even my teenagers, when they learn that in school or where they come back and say, I thought use condom won't get sexually transmitted disease. I say, no. Who told you that? No. So even if you use condom, you may not be able to prevent sexually transmitted diseases. And there is one particular disease that will haunt you for the rest of your life, and that is herpes. Herpes infection is an infection that doesn't go away for the rest of your life. And this reminds me because there's this one girl who came to my clinic. She's not a teenager anymore. She's in her 20s, late 20s, but she had herpes infection. And when I told her that this infection stays with you for the rest of your life. And why is it a big problem when it stays with you for the rest of your life? Because this virus stays with you for the rest of your life, which means that you are able to transmit this virus to another person if you ever have sex with another person. Herpes stays with you forever. HPV, which is viral warts also stay with you for a long, long time. Sometimes 10 years, sometimes 20 years. Of course, we don't want to talk about HIV, hepatitis C, which may be a bit rarer, but at least these two infections you prevent with condom. You use condom, you don't get HIV, you don't get hepatitis C, but you can still get viral warts and you can still get herpes. So what I did with my teenagers was, I download the pictures. This is viral warts. I tell you, if you see viral warts of your private part in a picture, you will be like so disgusted. All the teenagers, I have 3 teenagers, all be like, yee. I say, yeah, this is what you can get from sex. And even if you use condom, it does not prevent it. And the problem is, it stays with you for the next 10 to 20 years. That is what? But herpes is so painful. I will show them. These are the pictures of herpes. Herpes is an ulcer. Everyone have ulcer before around the mouth, right? In their mouth. When you have one ulcer in your mouth, you see everything you eat was so painful for a few days, almost a week. Can you imagine 20 ulcers down there? I tell them, ouch! It's very, very painful. And it's not just about the pain. It stays with you for the rest of your life. So if you have herpes, it doesn't matter how old you are, but more so when you do have it when you're a teenager, because you're less likely to marry the person who gave you the herpes. So eventually, you are going to marry someone else. And if you have herpes infection, irrespective of whether you're a boy or a girl, how are you going to tell your next future husband or wife that you have herpes and you're going to give it to them? I'm going to share with you a few stories of herpes. One that I know is that lady in her 20s. She was like, doctor, why they never teach us in school? Why they tell us that as long as we use condom, it's fine? Because she's having sex, she's not married, and she used condom. So she thought it's fine. But it's not fine. Because condom does not prevent herpes infection. And now that you have herpes infection, and if the person that you had sex with is not likely to be your husband. If it's going to be your husband, then well and fine, you just call him, you hit him, you hate him, yes. It stays with you forever, but that's still not too bad. Maybe you want to divorce him, but it's fine. But if that guy is not someone that you are going to marry eventually, then this virus stays with you forever. And the next time when you find the Mr. Right guy, it's going to be so difficult to actually tell him, I have herpes and you have sex with me, I'm just going to give you. Not many men can accept it, or not many women can accept it. So this girl is like, she said, then don't get married. I have another case. This lady is a divorcee. She got married, she's a divorcee, and she got herpes. One day, she wanted to marry someone else, and she found that Mr. Right guy. But she was very honest. She told him she has herpes. She told him that if they have sex as a possibility, she will transmit the herpes to that guy. The guy told him straight, no. I said, unless you can get it sorted out, so that I don't get herpes. If not, that's the end of our relationship. She's so sad. She went to see a GP that did some tests and told her she has no herpes. And then she came to see me. I said, there's no such thing. That is no such thing. There's no such thing as herpes. There's no more herpes. There's no more herpes in you now, but you carry the virus and you're still potentially able to transmit it to any new sexual partner. But somehow, I don't know what happened, they still have sex. And she transmitted it to him. And that's the end of their relationship, because it is a promise broken. I have one more couple that is even more interesting. This girl had herpes for a long time and she knew that she can transmit it to someone else. So she was very good this time. She actually never had sex with the husband until the day she married. She got herpes much younger when she was not married, and she regretted it. And because she was also scared to transmit it to the husband, and also very scared to inform the husband that she had herpes, because she's not there to tell the husband of all her sexual activities before she married him. So they never had sex at all until they got married. And even after they get married, they rarely have sex. Almost none. She's so scared to have it. She's so scared to do it because she's scared that she will give the herpes to the husband. She came to me because they've been married like 10 years, like almost never had sex before, and now they're thinking about pregnancy, and she wants to know her options. So you see, it's not that she can't have sex with her husband, but because she wasn't honest with her husband. So she keep pushing off sex, and they hardly have. I'm not even sure whether she had it before. I always say, did you try? Never. Why we never have sex? I was like, why you never have sex? Until I dig this story out. So she never had sex with this husband, or probably almost none. The only reason was because she feared that she will transmit the herpes to the husband, and the husband may not be happy about it. So this herpes infection is very easy to transmit. Why? Partly is because many people are also carriers of herpes. Because it's lifelong, you see. Once you have it, it's lifelong. They cannot go away. If one man or one lady have a maximum of 3 partners in their lifetime, which I think quite a lot of people have like 2-3 partners in their lifetime, it will just keep spreading. So many teenagers do not know that their happy moments, so-called, can give them lifelong suffering and lifelong troubles. Because it's not just you can't tell your future husband about herpes, but also, what about the pain, the ulcers that you're getting? Can you imagine you have ulcers at your mouth and it hurts you so much, but now you have ulcers down there and it's so painful. Both boys and girls, equal. So these are the 2 things that I noticed that make a lot of women actually regret. Herpes, that's the one they definitely regret. The other one that I mentioned, where the tubes are blocked and the tubes form hydrocelphins, actually most of them don't know. I mean, you come to us when you're in your 30s, you cannot get pregnant, you get hydrocelphins. We just try to help you to get pregnant, we do surgery, we ask you to cut off your tubes and things like that. But we normally don't tell you, because when you're a teenager, you have sex. Oh, we cannot tell that man because your husband may be there and he doesn't know about you having sex with someone else when you were a teenager. So we just keep quiet and then we just do what we need to do. We don't usually tell. And because we don't usually tell, this knowledge is something that nobody talks about. So nobody knows. And that's why I have today to inform you this.